The Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Superior Adventures Guild. My name is Dave, your humble dungeon master, host, and pal. It's the 2024. That's how you know we're doing it right, because we made it. We made it to 2024. Thanks for making it with us. We appreciate you for being here with us along the way. We're going to jump into another episode of Heroes of Greyhawk, which is our ongoing Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and we were just trying to figure it out earlier, but we've been doing the streaming aspect of it for just over just about 3 years, somewhere around there, maybe just under, I don't know. We were trying to base it off of some of the high calculus that you might get into with streaming, but we couldn't quite figure it out. But nonetheless, there's some trigonometry involved, and the geometry of the situation are these beautiful faces, these circular faces and square boxes. Look at this beautiful group. Look at that sombrero. That's beautiful. Is that a sombrero? I like it. It's a felt. Is that a buckskin? What is that?
It's beaver pelt for sure.
Ooh, I like your beaver. Hey, welcome guys. Glad you're here. Thanks for coming back. As you may notice, Shelly is not with us tonight. Shelly is taking the night off to get rested up for next week. So Shelly, we miss you. Your total package is always missed when it's not here, and we're hoping to see it again real soon. Before we get started here and do a bunch of announcements and whatnot, let's go around the virtual tabletop and introduce ourselves to each other one more time so we know who we're playing with. And let's start tonight with Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Welcome back.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley. You may know me as Minnesota Muse. You can find me as Minnesota Muse on our Discord or on Blue Sky, or as Minnesota Muse 99 on the threads. And I am playing for you tonight Xanthi, the golden-eyed, golden-skinned changeling sorcerer, who definitely doesn't know who murdered Alrin's parents.
That's pretty suspect. Wow. I'm glad you threw that in. And if you're wondering what Ashley's referring to, go back and watch last week's episode. Towards the end, there's a little bit of an interesting exchange between the characters. Glad that you're back, Ashley. Really excited to see how things play out with this little reveal that we had last week. And let's jump over to your partner in that reveal, Chad. The Chad, Mr. Vamp Wickman. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, everyone. The Chad here, Vamp Wickman everywhere. I'm here on Tuesdays playing this. Very excited. I am playing Alrin, half-elven College of Swords bard. I'm an urban bounty hunter, and I am looking for who killed my parents, oddly enough.
I mean, that's a good son of you, you know?
But right now, I have other problems, but we'll get to that when the game starts.
Problems abound when you are a classy bard with beautiful boots. Chad, thanks for coming back. You've got a beautiful feather in your cap. Keep it there. Let's jump over to Andy. Hi, Andy. Andy G3D.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch. You can find me some places around the internet, but the best place is our Discord server. Come check it out. We have a lot of fun over there. Not long ago, we had a Die Hard watch party for the holidays. And it was a lot of fun.
That was super. That was my favorite viewing of Die Hard ever.
Yeah,
with you guys. That was super fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Anyways, tonight I will be playing Desmond, Adelar, Wizard, Rogue, and one level of Wizard. Yeah, and he is. I don't know. I wasn't here last week, but I know what happened. So
you got caught up.
I'm eager to get back into it.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you back, man. Happy holidays. Happy New Year to everybody. And like I mentioned, Shelly's not here today, but we'll post her info in the chat as well. You can connect with Shelly on Twitter and Instagram. I highly recommend that you do. She's posts some great content. Very fun. And she's also taken the reins of the guild Instagram page. So if you, we should probably have that somehow posted in here because it's going to be epic. And Shelly is asked me, she's making me do these video recaps. And so I've reprised my role as Big Wizard 69 over at the TikTok, where I'm making these videos and then giving them to Shelly so she can do weird stuff with them. Anyways, Big Wizard 69. It wasn't taken.
TikTok.
Wonderful
It wasn't
callback.
taken.
Yeah,
On the TikTok, you say.
that's right. And if you want to find out more about where that came from, you can go back and watch a couple episodes of our Kids on Brooms game, which happened a couple years ago. And that was a really freaking funny moment in TTRPG history for me. Anyways, all right. So enough of that. Come on over and check us out on Instagram. We're having a blast over there. We have some additional announcements, you guys. One of the biggest things that I want to make sure that everybody here is aware of, which I'm sure you are, is that, guys, we have a sponsor. CZRPG has been sponsoring us for how many years we've been doing this. We still don't know, but they've been around and supporting us along the way. We've been supporting them. We hope that you will go check out their Patreon, which I'm putting a link in the chat to. We do have a giveaway tonight. Let me hit that. I think I already did, but here's the giveaway link. It is live, ! Drawing to get in on the action. Andy's going to show you how it's done. It's super duper easy. And guess what? You could win the map mega bundle. I had to pull this thing up so that I could remember what's in this thing. It's insane. So there's Fey Realm maps. There's archipelago maps. There's Arctic maps, cliffs, mountains, beaches, bottomless pits. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, I'm only in the seas. This is alphabetical. Desert stuff, enchanted meadows. I mean, just pick a letter of the alphabet. How about R? Rural sawmill. They made a sawmill map. There are, what does it say? 130 maps, 1,600 versions.
That's a
Is
lot
that
of
true?
maps.
Can somebody fact check that? That seems crazy. It's true. Look at all these maps. Anyways, we're going to give this sucker away at the end of the stream. ! Trying to get in on it. Thank you to CZRPG for continuing to sponsor our shenanigans. We really appreciate them for that. And hey, thank you to all you for in turn giving them some support as well. So appreciate you guys. I'm trying to think if there's any other announcements. Well, one thing that I also like to do, let's just go through it. Our logo, Trixie Wizard, Aaron and Adam have created this thing right above our heads. It's cool. We like it and we appreciate them. They're super awesome to work with. So if you're looking for stuff for your own streams or whatever, give them a shout. There's their info. And then I got to put a shout in there for Anna B. Meyer because Anna's maps are absolutely fantastic. We use them all the time. And we were having our production team meeting on Friday and I was like sort of side watching her build these maps and she's doing some crazy stuff with these textures and terrains in 3 dimensions now. So you're going to be able to go into these beautiful maps that she already has and blow them up and use them as battle maps because they're going to be at 5-foot resolution. It's going to be crazy with like buildings and trees and stuff. I don't know how they're doing it, but that's what's happening. So anyways, I'm going to stop gushing over Anna's maps, but she is doing some crazy stuff and I love it. I love every minute of it. All right. So thank you everybody for that. Indulging me as I give some shout outs. Also, the Greycast has a new episode out that you're going to want to check out. It's really good. Okay, fine. We're going to get into a recap because I'm pretty sure I didn't forget anything. There's no way I did, right, Andy?
No.
Yes.
No way.
There's no possible way. There's no possible way. Chad, I got you covered, buddy. You hear that? Oh, yeah. My friends, in our last session, the Golden Shears met with Byrne, the famous magic user and leader of Byrne's Badgers, informing him of the party's battle against the Dark Druids and their Anthraxis, a pockblock. Byrne drew a connection between the Druids' effort to summon Anthraxis and the cultists who had sought to free Zugetmoy from her bondage. Byrne spoke of an adventuring group named the Red Crows, who delved deep into the temple of elemental evil and vanquished the cultists who sought to free Zugetmoy. The two entities likely connected for some fell purpose. Byrne expressed this dire concern for the fate of men and conflict erupting all around the Flanness, the nation spiraling closer and closer towards war. Without a doubt, these events weighed heavily on the wizard's mind, causing him much consternation. He spoke of Black Hand thugs disrupting supply lines from Verbobank and offered the party a boat, a guide, and a pilot to take them down the Immortus Run and track the Black Hand thugs responsible for the seizures. Determined to help Byrne, the party negotiated the release of their strange companion, a diminutive goblin named Tolblob. Byrne ended their conversation by warning the party of the denizens of the temple, now scattered across the land and ravenous for revenge, bidding that the party, the Golden Shears, take caution and maintain vigilance in their quest. The next morning, the party sailed north with a seasoned riverboat pilot, his first mate, and the ranger named Dusk. A few hours into the voyage, they fell under attack by hidden archers, a portent perhaps of what might lay ahead. That evening, they made landfall at a well-worn campsite and made preparations for the night, fully anticipating an ambush from the shadows. Dusk and Nori taking the first watch, sitting in silence until an unsettling visitor stepped from the shadows. A tall, slender figure clothed in tattered clothing, the light of the fire illuminating a woman with gaunt, pale skin and strange markings, or perhaps burns across her face, lost it seemed and drawn to the light of the fire. Nori and Dusk bid her leave, and she did without protest. Alrin and Xanthi took the next watch, Alrin shaken by the report of the old woman's visit. Xanthi prodded a bit to understand the source of her new friend's concern, a memory of something terrible, his parents, torn apart by some shape-shifting creature that he now sought to destroy. A revelation that sent a shiver up Xanthi's spine. The conversation was interrupted by their pilot, who woke and staggered across right through the conversation, super rude, went into the woods to use the facilities, but failed to return. Concerned and now waking the party, Alrin notices that the first mate is also missing. Just as a blood-curdling cry howls from the forest. And that, my friends, is where we rejoin the story. All of you now awake. Nori grabbing her sword and her gear, ready to move at a moment's notice. The light of the fire, your campfire glowing dim, the darkness around you feeling palpable. Your riverboat pilot and the first mate missing. My friends, what the hell are you going to do?
What was that? Who's screaming? You're muted. You're muted.
You're whispering.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
Sorry, it's probably the boat captain or the first mate because I'm missing.
It was probably that crazy old woman. I think we've got problems.
Nori looks over at you. Definitely the crazy old woman. We gotta go. We gotta just run off into the woods. And Dusk is like, well, hold yourselves now. It's dangerous out there. We should be tactical about this.
Yeah, but remember the owl bear? Like, it only took a little bit of time for that thing to eat its head. So, we should go now.
Yes. You look around. The only source of light that you guys have right now is the campfire. It is the middle of the night. It is dark. Heavily obscured darkness in the forest around you.
Xanthi will light a torch.
All right.
Des will call to Lucky and have him kind of fly off into the direction he heard the scream from.
Okay.
Or in which he was told the scream came from.
Yeah, Lucky just swoops in off of a branch, flies over your head Desmond, as you kind of look over your shoulder, just a really cool moment where Lucky just kind of swoops down over you and then disappears into the canopy.
I will go invisible.
Des will pull out his crossbow and start getting ready for whatever and just listening, I guess.
Dusk will grab a torch as well and light it. So you have two torches right now, which give off, as you know, about 20 feet of pretty good light. Of course, there's obstructions like trees and shrubs and rocks and all that kind of stuff, but then it gives off like a dim light for another 20 feet. So at least within that 20 feet or illumination, you have pretty good visibility. What is going to be your marching order? How are you going to do this? Are you going to split up? Are you going to stick together?
Okay.
Move
So-
towards the screen.
Are we going to go and see what the deal was over there where the scream was? Or
Yeah, he's probably getting his head eaten.
Xanthi, you start
that's a thing.
walking into the woods with the torch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dusk follows
follow.
behind you. All right, so we've got Xanthi leading the way. Dusk kind of steps aside and lets you go, Desmond, second. Nori will be in third. After you, she says to Alrin. And then she pulls up the rear. So she has a torch and Xanthi has a torch.
Can Dusk see me?
She knew where you were when you went invisible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yep.
And I will acknowledge, yep, here I go.
All right, so the five of you make your way into the woods. Xanthi, how are you leading the way? What are you trying to do? And I'd like to get some sort of a skill check that's associated with it. We can kind of think of this as like a skill challenge situation. We're going to try to see if we can track down the source of the cries or where these two have disappeared to. And we're going to kind of go around through the marching order and see what we can do in terms of getting some successful searches going. So let's start with Xanthi.
Well, I could either do a perception or a survival. So, like, I could listen because we're heading towards where we thought the scream was.
Okay. So you're gonna move forward, trying to stop every once in a while and like listen for more movement, but you're using where the scream was as your trajectory.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can do a perception check would be great. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you.
12.
A 12. Okay. Well, here's the thing: as you heard that initial howl, and then it's just silent. All you hear are crickets and forest animals. You can hear an owl hooting. It might be Lucky. You're not sure, but you don't hear any more like struggle. You don't hear any more crying out in pain or anything like that.
Lucky, find the screamer. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. So in the second position here is Desmond. Desmond, what are you trying to do to help with this along?
Des will be kind of searching around for like maybe clues, like, you know, if this person was attacked, maybe they dropped something they were carrying, or, you know, some kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to use investigation if possible.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Sure. You're limited in the sense that you can only use your visual senses within that 20-ish foot distance of Xanthi or Dusk. So it's not like you can, you know, venture far ahead unless you have some sort of light source of your own.
11.
Okay, yeah, you don't see any tracks, you don't see any broken branches, you don't see any sign. You think you're going in the right direction. Xanthi seems to be fairly confident in her movement through the forest with the torch as she's kind of ducking up underneath branches ahead of you and like holding the torch up and looking this way and that way and then continuing on. But you don't see any tracks of any kind. That is not.
While we're moving, I'm gonna pull out his lantern. He's gonna light up his lantern.
Okay. All right, so you've got a lantern lit, which definitely gives off some additional light. You guys are pretty well lit now as you're moving through the forest. Let's jump over to, hey, thank you so much, Greyhawk Mike. Appreciate you for the support. Let's go to Alrin. Alrin, you are currently invisible. You can see the light. You're following the path. There's the group of you is kind of like moving as a pack at this point. You've got 3 light sources to illuminate the area. What are you doing to try to track down the source?
Well, you know, every player's favorite statement to ever say, I've got dark vision.
Yep. That's true. So basically in dim light, you can see as if in regular lit areas, but in dark light, you're seeing as dim, which still gives you disadvantage on perception checks using your vision.
Right. So I guess I'll try to use, survival and try to go off. I don't need the light as much. With the shades of gray, if I can see movement, that's good enough.
Right.
I don't need to see as much detail.
Okay. So you're looking more for bigger movements and bigger clues than fine detail.
Moving.
All right. Yeah. Let's do a survival check. That sounds good.
That's a 16.
16. All right. Yeah, you're moving and you think you see movement out of the corner of your left eye, and you look over and you don't, and then you look and you don't see anything, and you keep moving along and you don't see anything. But what you do is as you move closer to where the light source is, probably the lantern that's just in front of you, you suddenly see a set of tracks in the mud. They're big. They're barefooted humanoid tracks. Well, one of them's big. It's very strange. They look weird to you. Well, you're not really a tracker. Well, actually, you are a bit of a tracker. You're a bounty hunter. Yeah.
A little bit.
You're a little bit of a tracker. They look very weird to you.
Yeah. Well, when I see them, I'm going to use prestidigitation to put a little light on it so the rest of the party can see what I've seen as I'm still invisible.
All right.
To get their attention.
So you see this glow on the ground, Desmond, just behind you. Dust comes up and looks at it. She kneels down. Do you guys stop to investigate, or do you keep moving? Xanthi, are you stopping, or are you continuing off towards where you think the sound came from?
Oh, I'm not going by myself. If everybody kind of stops and circles up, I'll go over and see what they're looking at.
Yeah, Dust definitely does. Desmond brings his lantern over and shines it, so you stop for a moment to investigate. And as you're looking down, you can see that. Well, give me a. Everybody, give me a survival check. Let's do it. Let's do this with some dice. Let's roll some dice tonight.
12.
Okay. Alrin.
15.
And Xanthi.
It was almost a natural 20, but it's a 5.
A 5. Okay. Here's what I can tell you. Again, Alrin, they look very strange. It almost looks as though there's different size feet on the same creature, maybe, or there were 2 creatures, one little and one small, that were crisscrossing each other's paths, or this set of tracks here. It almost looks like they're both left feet. It's very confusing. But there's definitely tracks. They're very recent tracks, and there's no other sign here. There's no blood. There's no sign of a struggle. Just this fairly large strided set of tracks. Maybe 2. It's unclear. Maybe 3. It's weird. At that point, you hear another cry in the distance. Ah, no! Help!
Does it sound like it could be our captain guy?
It sounds more like the kid. The captain was kind of a mumbler. The kid, it sounds a little bit more like the first mate, who's like in his mid-teens.
All right, I think we should just let's go.
Yep, charging.
It's right this way, and we'll start running after it.
Okay. You guys take off running, and that at this point, Alrin, you realize it's gotten darker, and you look back, and dusk is gone. Do you say anything?
So dusk was right behind me?
Right behind you with the torch, and you guys you heard the shout. Xanthi took off in that direction with Desmond behind, you following up, and with Nori behind him. And then suddenly you're like, wait, what? It's dark. And you turn around and the ranger is gone. Your guide.
Well, Dusk did disappear for like 2 hours scouting around, so I feel like Dusk has a good idea of how to be stealthy. That's my hope.
That's a good hope. You know what they say
Probably
about
circling
hope.
around.
All right, so
We're gonna go with
Xanthi.
2024. We're going with hope.
All right, so
What
you're
do they say
hoping,
about hope?
Xanthi, you are in the front of the pack. Are you? Let's go around again. Are you trying to navigate, find an easy route? Are you trying to look for signs, or are you just beelining it through the woods at this point?
With a 5 survival, I'm beelining it through
Yeah,
the woods.
you're just like getting smacked in the face by branches, you know, and like you're fighting your way through a bramble patch, and it's kind of like catching on your clothes a little bit, and some of the thorns kind of scrape through your skin a little bit. The thorns kind of cutting your arms a little bit as you're kind of brushing them out of the way. And that's where you give me a perception check.
$14?
14. That is when you hear a growl. As you're pushing your way through this bramble, you hear this. Your attention is drawn ahead as you hold the torch, as it flickers, and you can see these 2 red eyes glowing in the darkness, and then they move closer to you, and you can see the snout, and then you can see these front legs as this wolf appears in front of you and growls. Roll initiative, please.
Wolf!
Let's
Oh,
roll
boy.
some initiative.
Do we got a map for that?
We do not have a map for this. You're gonna have to
okay.
use your theater of your brain.
Theater of the mind.
Did we
That's
screw
right.
up so bad we got a random encounter?
Yep. You certainly did. 25 to
boy.
20. This is a rando. 15 to 20.
I got a 21.
21 for Allren. All right.
There's my nat 20 of the night.
Hey, nat 20. I have a button for that. Where is it? God damn it. Where's my button? There it is. Hey. All right. 15
Nice.
to 20. 10 to 15.
12 for Des.
12 for 12, 10. Let's get one for Nori. Ooh, Nori's at the bottom. All right. So you said 12, Des?
Yeah.
Okay. Allren, the party suddenly stops and you kind of all bump into each other as Xanthi like stops dead in her tracks, and Desmond kind of puts his hand up as he's holding the lantern. Desmond, you can see just over Xanthi's shoulder that there's a wolf up ahead of you. Allren, you're not sure why they stopped necessarily, but you probably heard the growl. Give me a perception check. It was it was not very subtle, let's put it that way. What's up, Insomnia Knight? Welcome in. Great to see you. Happy New Year.
19.
Yeah, you definitely heard it. You definitely heard it. So you heard the growl. What are you going to do at the top of the order?
I'm going at where it is.
All right, so you push past your companions. It doesn't see you come in. Well, actually, let's see. Give me a, how are you trying to get there? Are you trying to get there? Are you trying to sneak up on it? Or are you trying to just get there?
My stealth isn't amazing. I mean, I could try. I am invisible. That's my advantage that I try to use, but
Yeah.
so I'm going right up to it.
Okay. Let me just make a roll here. Okay. Yeah. You push past. Obviously, you're crunching through the underbrush. You're moving branches. So while you may be invisible, you are still making some cues, some visible cues, some auditory cues. And of course, we all know wolves have a great sense of smell. But
And I smell fabulous, so don't worry about that.
very floral. Yeah, very floral. So yeah, you come forward. Give me an attack roll, please. We'll say that it has advantage since this guy cannot see you.
All right, we rolling both the lucky die and the new
And the unlucky.
huge die
All right.
together.
They'll equal each other out.
Well, that's a 2 on one and a 20 on the big die.
What kind of 20? A natural 20?
Oh yes, this is my night.
Oh, I got a button for that.
Whoa.
This
Nice,
is my
dude.
night.
All right.
Nice.
Roll.
I can retire after this alive.
That's right. This wolf pelt is going to earn you some serious coin. Give me some damage, please.
All right, so because I'm coming at a beast in the night, I'm definitely using my blade flourish going up to it. So I'm going to do a defensive flourish. So though no one can see this amazing sword play as I'm swinging the blade around all over the place, it still will give me a better defense next turn and do a little more damage.
What kind of is this? Greater invisibility or just the normal vanilla?
Just invisibility.
Yeah.
I pop out as soon as I hit him.
Right.
So that is going to be 14 points of damage.
Is that with the critical hit? Double damage?
That was not with the critical. So that's going to be double that. 28.
Yeah.
28 points of damage.
Wow. Holy crap.
Whoa.
And using my blade flourish, the defensive one, my AC goes up.
By how much?
Well, if it's a crit, I would assume it would double that die.
No. It's just for damage.
It goes up 5.
Okay. Nice. All right. That's a nice benefit. Damn. All right. Well, as you swing in and hit it hard, it howls. Arr! And then obviously it sees you as you bamf back into the visible realm, and it is going to take an attack at you. I don't have any advantages to play with because nobody's given me any advantages yet. But, I'm just saying. I'll just roll a single big dice. All I have is the big one. Ooh, that's an 18 on the die, though. 23 to hit you, Alrin. Yes. Here we go. That is going to be a total of 8 piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength save, please. Hey, thanks for the raid, Blue Box. You guys were having an awesome session over there. I got to catch some of it. Really great to see you guys. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you. We're in a random encounter here in the woods, fighting against a wolf as we're searching for our lost crew members.
I don't even believe my dice at this point.
What did you get?
Got another
don't even
20?
believe them. Yes.
I have a button for that.
I don't even believe them.
How is this possible?
I don't believe them. Holy crap. They've been waiting for you, apparently.
They've been waiting for the Blue Box Raiders. There we go. Damn, dude. All right, so you are able to avoid being knocked prone. Oh, wow. Okay, we got more raiders here. What's up, Jay?
Hey.
Welcome in, friends.
Wow.
Welcome in. So you take the bite from the attack from the wolf, and you maintain your footing. That brings us to Desmond. Desmond, you've got a lantern in one hand. I think you said you got your hand crossbow or your light crossbow in the other. What are you going to do?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of brace the crossbow on top of my arm and fire off a shot at the wolf.
All right, let's do it.
That's a dirty.
Thanks for the
20
follows,
to
guys. We
hit.
appreciate you. Nice. That's definitely going to hit.
And
Thanks a
then
lot for the
that's-
support.
I'll get sneak attack because Alrin's right there, right?
Yep, absolutely you will.
Yep. All right, so that's 20 piercing.
Oh my God. All right. Tell us how you put this rabid beast down.
Just like a real clean shot right through the kind of chest area.
It
Yep.
just drops
just
in a
drops.
heap. Yep. Drops it onto the ground. It lands with a thud. And you can see that it had some sort of like glow in its eyes, some red glow that now fades as it falls before you. You hear another cry of pain in the distance. It seems like it's getting farther away from you. It's one of the crew members shouting, "Help me! Help!"
What was that glow? All right. Does this wolf have any like blood around its mouth, like it attacked something?
Yeah, like it attacked your buddy Alrin.
Oh, that's right.
Xanthi's just gonna yell out towards the shout, "Run this way!"
I'm gonna signal to Lucky to kind of fly off in the direction of that scream, and just kind of close my eyes for a minute and see if I can see anything through his vision.
Okay, give me a perception check for your familiar.
So he has dark vision of 120 feet.
And he's in owl
FYI.
form currently, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So give me an owl perception. Hey, thanks a lot, you guys.
That's,
Appreciate you.
14.
We got ourselves a hype train. 14?
Woohoo!
All right, so you hold yourself for a minute, you steel yourself as your eyes kind of gloss over, and you can see sort of this gray hue of treetops, and you can see as your familiar drops down within the canopy and sort of flies, maneuvering deftly through the trees and the branches, and passes over the area, coming back towards you. You can see the glow of a lantern and torches, which you know is your own party, as it's kind of going back and forth, traversing the canopy, looking for something, but you don't see anything through its eyes. Right now, the only clue that you guys have is that the auditory calling for help that seemed to be in the distance.
All right, let's see if we can catch up.
All right.
What do you think?
Let's run.
Swell.
All right, now let's go.
You guys start taking off again with Xanthi leading with the torch, and you've got a lantern. You've lost dusk. For somehow your ranger, your guide, has disappeared into the forest. You're hoping maybe that they're out there somewhere. You continue on, and eventually you see a small glow of a campfire in the trees. It's just faint as it's flickering just beyond the trees. Now you're giving off a lot of light at this point, so it's you're not sneaking up on this, whatever it might be, but there is a campfire up ahead.
Keep on going.
We see
Yes,
did you say there was a campfire up ahead?
There's a small glow of a fire up ahead, and you can just kind of see through the trees as you kind of stop and take stock of what's ahead, that there's the flicker of a campfire. Could be a torch or something, but it seems like about campfire size from where you're located.
All right, yeah, just keep going.
You guys make your way up. You're gonna go investigate the campfire or avoid it.
Des will run up to it, maybe stay kind of on the, what would be the edge of it, I guess, maybe about 20 feet away from it.
Okay.
Just kind of take a look.
Yeah, you get close and you look down, you can see that the flames, it almost looks as though logs and sticks and kindling was just thrown on, because it's burning pretty vigorously. It's not like burning out like a fire that's been left for a while, but there's nobody there. You hear another call, "Help me, help!" Now it's in a little bit different direction.
That's strange. That fire over there is very strange. They keep changing direction.
Feels like a wild goose chase, but we don't have much choice. The captain's gone.
I know. All right.
Did anybody remember what his name was? I've just been calling him Captain.
Did he mention his name? I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I just remember the boat name. The Matilda.
I know that's what I got too.
I mean, we
Captain,
have
my
priorities. Priorities.
Captain! Captain! Just gonna yell.
You yell out for the captain and you don't hear a response. Nothing calls back to you. You continue on.
Yeah.
Run this way!
Desmond takes the lead with the lantern in his hand, moving towards the sound of the last howl. And you start to hear voices up ahead. But they're not, it doesn't seem like they're speaking, it's not a conversation. It's like just the sound of a voice. It's like a nebulous sort of conversation that has no structure to it. You feel like you're getting turned around at this point.
Yeah, Des is going to stop and be fairly certain that somebody is messing with them. He's going to use he's going to kind of like hide behind a tree and like set the lantern kind of like a little bit lower and just like signal for people to like slow down.
Everybody kind of creeps up behind you and stops. Nori's kind of looking kind of around your waist into the darkness. You've got just a little bit of illumination. And Alrin, as you look into the darkness with the little bit of advantage that you gain from your dark vision, you can see movement now. You can see this something, a figure, perhaps humanoid, bipedal, sort of moving back and forth, ducking, and then standing straight as if they're avoiding branches. It gets closer and closer, and finally you can start to see the illumination of this woman, gaunt, pale face. She's wearing these black tattered robes, midnight colored. Her hair is jet black, and she has like this ashen skin. There's shouting in the woods. There's something terrible afoot. You, she points at Nori. I know you. And Nori's like, yeah, you came to our campsite.
Is she within 30 feet?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to use my amulet of detect thoughts on her.
She thinks that you're going to kill her. She's terrified. You get a sense that she is both terrified and that she is surface thought wise, she is thinking about the voices that she's hearing. The voices. What do they mean? Is it you? Were you screaming? Were you howling?
No, we're running
Wasn't
towards
that-
the scream.
That way.
Did you-
I heard them that way.
We've been running all over. Have you seen the captain or his son?
I'm just minding my own business like I was told to. I built a small fire just over here, and then I heard howling and crying and calling for help, and I got nervous, and the voices, I'm going back to my camp.
Who told you?
You should go back to your camp too. It's dangerous out here.
Who told you?
The voices.
The voices told you to mind your own business?
No, that one did, and she points at Nori. Told me to leave.
Oh.
Told me I wasn't welcome at the campsite. Right, I understand it's
Rude.
dangerous out here. But it's none of my business. Isn't that right, little gnome? Yes, of course. And Nori's just kind of like, sorry, lady. I didn't know. And the woman
we'll
just
deal with
like
this on our way
pushing
back.
past you. I must go to my campfire where it's safe. Make way for an old woman.
Can I focus the detect thoughts more to get past those first set of thoughts to see if there's anything deeper?
Give me an Arcana check.
Sure. That's a 4.
Yeah, you don't feel like there's a lot going on. I mean, you kind of like, she's talking about like voices, and she seems strangely disoriented, or maybe not so strangely disoriented, but you don't get any additional penetration into the deeper thoughts. Maybe she doesn't have any deeper thoughts, or maybe she's hiding something. You don't know, but it seems suspicious, and it certainly is giving off some strange vibes specifically for you, who is already kind of on high alert about this woman's visit. But nevertheless, she's just kind of like is trying to push past you. Make way for an old woman. I need to get to my campsite where it's safer.
Okay, I cast Dispel Magic on her.
Oh, all right. All right. As she kind of like moves past you, Alrin, and you cast your spell, she disappears and she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening? What was that?
Yeah. I just dispelled that.
What? She was here and then you dispelled a person?
No. I just dispelled magic.
Was that some kind of illusion or something?
It feels like it, yeah.
This isn't right. I think we should get back to camp. There might not have been anybody out here to begin with.
But then where's the captain and the first mate?
I don't know. Maybe that's where Dusk went. Maybe she picked up on something, or... What do you guys think? This feels
Probably
wrong.
just watching us from a secluded place to see if we get stabbed, and then she'll jump in.
Well,
I mean,
hope
it's
so.
kind of smart. All right, let's head back because someone's screwing with us.
I think you're right. We should head back.
Everybody
Could be a
give
way
me
to-
a survival check.
All right.
Uh,
13.
Okay. Desmond?
17.
Xanthi?
5.
All right.
The
First
dice,
thing-
they hate me.
yeah, they giveth and taketh away. You look around, Xanthi, and you are 100% sure as you hold the torch, like, that you are lost. Like, that's the first thought that comes across your head is, shit, we're lost. And it's that really anxiety-ridden feeling of, like, how are we going to find our camp? We've been running through the woods, chasing these voices and these illusions. Alrin, you look around and you can see your own track, the trail of your party that's come through. So you have some idea maybe of the direction to go, at least immediately where you are. Desmond, you look around and you look down at the ground looking for tracks. You see these massive footprints in the ground that are next to these smaller footprints. It looks as though, again, these strange tracks of some beast or men, or they were not wearing shoes, and there's like multiple left feet, and it just doesn't make any sense. And you also see, as you look down on below one of the branches that is snapped, that there is a fairly large, fresh puddle of blood.
There's blood over here. Do I see any kind of like discernible kind of trail leading in a certain direction?
What was your roll again? It was a 17?
17, yeah.
You can see that the way that the branch is broken, like if someone was pushing forward and the branch broke forward, you get a sense that it's leading in the direction of where you heard the last call for help.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
A lot of these illusions are fake, but if that blood's real, then somebody still is in trouble.
Xanthi's gonna go over and put her hand in the blood. Is it real or is it an illusion?
Yeah, you reach down and touch it, and you bring your hand back, and it's covered in blood and
It's
some like.
real.
Some more of these strange tracks too.
At that point, you hear a howl again. Help me! Help! No! And then it just goes silent.
Does it sound like the same scream over and over?
Yeah,
and
it
over?
sounds it sounds like a young voice, and most likely it would give you sort of recollection of the first mate, the young first mate.
Right, but does it sound like, the equivalent of the Wilhelm scream, right? It's like the same scream, like the same
Like,
call
does it
for
sound
help.
repetitive? Yeah.
Yeah, like a recording.
Oh
almost.
no, it's not like a
Okay.
recording. Yeah, no, it's different, like shouts and like exclamations of pain. That's a good question. No, it's definitely not that.
I guess we can't leave him to die out here, right?
Probably should. It'll be hard to go down the river.
Here, Des,
Harder.
put your arm around me and use Lucky, and we'll head that way slowly. But, like, look with the
Yeah.
bird.
Yeah, we'll start heading off in the direction of the scream, and I'll fly Lucky ahead and try to see anything, I guess, through his eyes.
All right. Give me another perception check for Lucky.
Natural 20.
Ooh, very nice. Very
Or total
nice.
23.
Yep. So as you're looking through Lucky's eyes, not more than 40 to 60 feet ahead of you, Lucky opens up into this clearing and sees that there is this large hulking creature, humanoid, like sort of like stumbling, and it appears as though it has something on its shoulder, like it's carrying
it.
something.
Large creature. Up ahead. Not too far.
This is just like the Owlbear incident.
It's shambling. But it's got someone.
Xanthi's just gonna yell out, "You put him down!"
Des will start heading off in that direction.
Okay. Is anybody going with him?
Yep.
All right, here's what I'd like you guys to do, because I know what's about to happen. I want everybody to roll initiative first of all while I get this map ready, because I've got a map. Got ourselves a map. Let's see. Oh. Here we go. Let's bring the map up, and
These are the greatest dice ever.
Oh no.
Only rolls 20s.
A pair or twos.
20s or
Mostly
2s.
20s.
50-50.
oh,
Right?
wow. All right, 25 to 20.
21.
Wow, okay.
So worth $20 for these dice and this coin.
Okay, 21. 15 to 20.
Des had 15.
Okay. Um, 10 to 15.
12.
All right. And Nori is at the bottom.
Still, it's the same order.
Yep, it really is.
Nori, come on.
It is the exact same order as last time, actually. Okay. So, you take off running. Desmond, the others following you. Get the map up here. You guys can see the map, I'm assuming. Desmond.
I see that it's loading.
Oh, it hasn't opened for you yet?
Part of it.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
So let me get this squared away. All right, so Desmond, you get up to about right here. You're carrying your lantern. And you can see that just on the edge of the firelight. Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Come on.
He looks nice.
You see this large hulking beast that is appears to be carrying something. There is blood at its feet. What do you want to do, my friend?
Well, Alren would go first, right? Or are we not in initiative yet?
Oh yeah, we are. Alren, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to navigate this some of this lighting effects, and again, they're seeming to be a little bit of a challenge.
Am I where I am on the map? Am I a little closer? Because I'm charging.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you a little bit closer if I can.
Yeah.
Huh.
This guy looks like he needs a hug. from my sword.
Mm. A high-speed caress.
Yes.
All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of these because this is annoying. I thought this was going to work, but it's not going to. Oh my God. Technical difficulties. All right. We'll call it good right there. And there's definitely not 2 Allrins. We can only handle 1 at a time. All right. So Allrin, that's what you see. You see this creature lumbering in the opposite direction of where you are. What do you want to do?
I'm charging up to it and doing another defensive blade flourish. I'm gonna try to hurt him.
Okay.
Right up to him.
As you get close, you can see that it is an amalgamation of different body parts that appear to have been sewn together. It's this kind of grisly creature that lumbers and not even taking note of you yet.
That's okay, you will. I'll introduce myself. That is a 26 to hit.
That definitely hits. These guys are not hard to hit. One thing you do notice is that at the ends of his legs, there is one huge foot and one very dainty small foot.
Just like the tracks. This man would be hard to buy shoes for. My slippers would not do him any justice. $11 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
And my AC bumps up by 2.
Okay. He definitely now notices you. As you slash at him with your sword, he turns around and is going to try to slam attack you. That is going to be a 14 on the first attack. That does not hit you.
Not now.
And a 17 on the second attack. I don't think that hits you either. Oh, it does?
If it meets, it beats.
Yeah, okay. So 12 points of bludgeoning damage as it just reaches out and slams at you with its fist. Stop! And smashes you. The rest of you see this thing turn now to face you. It drops this sack that it had on its shoulder to the ground, and you can see the sack is like wriggling and like thrashing about. It is Desmond's turn. Desmond, what do you want to do?
Okay, let me see here. Des will move up. Go around this bush up to here, and he's gonna fire off a shot at the golem.
Okay.
Crossbow.
All right.
Well, 13 to hit.
13 hits. Again, these guys are not
nice.
hard to hit whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right. Table.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. We're just about to get into some serious stuff
All right,
here.
with sneak attack, that's 15 piercing.
Whoa, nicely done. That's a big hit. Just this bolt comes flying out from behind this bush and hits it right in the chest. Rude. Anything
Get out of
else,
here.
Desmond?
He's just gonna yell at him.
All right, you shout.
Get out of here!
Xanthi.
Does he look like he's taken a lot of damage or no damage?
He looks like he's gotten a hit from your friend's sword and a shot from a bolt. So he's got a bolt sticking out of him. He doesn't really seem to be bleeding very much.
Doesn't seem to be affecting him too much. She's gonna run up and go, "What even is that?" And she's going to cast Chromatic Orb with advantage, and
Nice.
she's going to do let's see, what would be good damage? Oh, what the heck? I'll do fire damage.
Kill it with fire
Kill it with fire. Okay.
and pitchforks.
Oh, 27 to hit
That hits.
Oh yeah.
for 18 fire damage.
Okay. All right, 18 points of damage. Nicely done. That brings us to Nori. Let me bring up her character sheet here. We'll give her an opportunity to get in on this. There we are. She's going to race forward. She can't quite get there, so she's going to get here. And she's going to fire off an Eldritch Blast. There it is. 12, 19, that hits. Nicely done. Ooh, nice. 14 points of damage. Way to go, Shelly.
Woo.
All right. She takes a shot. She gets into position, and yeah, that's her action. That brings us to the top of the order. Alrin, this thing is still towering over you. It's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna do another defensive flourish on it as I swing my blade around and try to hurt it. Take it down.
You can do it. I believe in you.
No. That's an 11.
Oh wow, I'm just looking through the activity here. Thanks a lot, Renreb, for the bits. Appreciate you. Thanks for the bits, you guys. T-Cat, thank you. Hype Train. We had a major hype train. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. A couple of follows in the mix. Appreciate it. What'd you get there, Vamp?
It was an 11.
11 is going to hit. These things are not hard to hit at all,
Oh, thank goodness.
but they're meat bags.
Oh boy.
13 points of damage.
Wow. Yeah, you guys are whittling this guy down. And that's magical sword damage, is that correct?
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
magic sword. And my AC goes up by 5 this turn.
Okay. It is going to, as the flame like erupts across its chest, burning these flaps of flesh that it looks like they've been sewn together. Some of them start to peel off, and you can see like inside the body some of the musculature as these flaps of skin start to burn and fall. It is going to make an attack at you, Alrin. It is seemingly taking a clumsy swing at you. But it's still going to be a 17 to hit. Does that hit you? No, not
Not
it
this
doesn't.
round.
All right, it's going to take its second attack at you as well. No, that's a natural 1. It misses you. And it kind of stumbles. And in fact, we'll say because of the natural 1, just for flavor, the arm that it swings at you, because of the burning, the arm goes spinning off and lands in the grass, kind of just smoldering as the stitches that held it together have not been able to maintain through the fire. So that happens. Desmond, you hear a crunching sound behind you as another one of these creatures emerges from the woods right behind you and is going to make a couple of slam attacks at you.
Ah!
Brother. That is going to be a 13 to hit on the first
Misses.
attack. All right, it misses. You duck out of the way as it swings its clumsy arm towards you. With the second attack, ooh, that's a 19 on the die. 26 to hit.
Let
Yeah.
me see. Oh, 26.
So I'm pretty sure 26 hits you.
Yeah. I was just checking.
Let's see. Oh, shit. Ooh, 17 points of bludgeoning damage as the second fist comes by and just clocks you. You kind of stagger back, maintaining your foothold as this thing's lumbering over you. Nori kind of turns back as you get hit and looks in your direction. Desmond, it's your turn.
All right. Kind of reflexively, I'm going to, well, let's see. What do I want to do?
What do you want to do?
I'm going to kind of turn around, reach out, and all of a sudden this like explosion of colored light shoots out of Dez's hand. I'm going to cast color spray
Nice.
on this guy. So, forgot about all the rolling that I need to. Hold on.
You got to roll some dice, my friend.
Hopefully it'll cover it. 6.
It's an arm. Yeah, we'll ship it. We'll ship it over to Perdition.
38 hit
38 points of damage? Whoa.
Well, does that cover it? Does that cover his total hit points?
No.
Oh, shit. That might not have been the best move.
Apparently not.
All right.
Bonus action, movement.
That fails to blind him. So Dez is going to bonus action disengage the hell out of there.
Yeah.
So Dez is going to back up one.
Hey, Xanthi.
Hi, Des.
There's another one over there. Dez's face is all bloodied. And he'll stop there and kind of start fumbling with his crossbow.
Okay, that brings us to Xanthi. Xanthi, you see Desmond kind of like retreat, backpedaling away from this hulking beast that comes out of the forest. What are you gonna do?
No. She is going to start trembling and cast Spirit Guardians.
Nice. Trembling is a free action, just so you know. You don't have to expend an action for that.
Around her, multiple little flying snakes appear. And just like before, they're all very surprised that they have been called forth, and then they melt into little 6-winged fairies. And she goes, okay, guys, let's go. And she's going to move forward.
Is that a 15-foot radius circle, or what is that?
It is. So she took a 5-foot step forward.
Okay.
You know what? She'll take one more.
Smart.
I'm so scared.
All right. So on their beginning of their turn, they have to make a dex save. Is that right? Okay.
I believe so.
All right. That brings us to Nori. Nori is going to take a look at the golem that stepped out of the woods. She's going to race forward towards it. Go ahead.
Wisdom, not death.
Wisdom. Okay, thank you. Wisdom. And she is going to make a pair of attacks with her longswords because she has 2 attacks per round now that she's 5th level. Clear. Get out of my way. So with the first one, That is going to be a 14. That hits. And the second attack, that's going to hit as well. So let's see. Damage. 8 and 6. So 14 total damage. Okay, so she races forward on this other one as Desmond retreats. She comes forward and she takes a couple swings at it. And then she looks up, she goes, "Oh, whoa, you're really big." That is the end of the round, Alrin.
All right, 2 of these guys to throw arms at us. That's not cool. I'm gonna take another swing at this guy. I think, yeah. Ooh. No, you know what? Let's get funky. I'm gonna go ahead and tell him a real bad joke about why the arm is gonna crawl back sometime, and I'm gonna cast hideous laughter on him.
Oh, okay. What kind of a save do I make for that? Is that wisdom?
That is a wisdom 14 save.
Okay.
I heard it talk, so I figured it has at least a 3 intelligence. That's
Yeah,
my hope.
it does. It definitely has at least 3. Not a ton more than that, though, interestingly enough. That is going to be a total of 12 on the die.
So that is a fail. So
Okay. Nice. And this is the original one that you've been fighting?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So it becomes incapacitated. It falls down. It's incapacitated. It's unable to stand up for the duration.
And it's just laughing.
Yes.
A one-armed laughing golem that is incapacitated. And prone, yeah?
Yes. And prone.
Huh. There we go. Incapacitated. Okay. I love it. Now, can it make a save on its turn again, or is that how long does that last for, Vamp?
At the end of each of its turns, and when it takes damage, it can do another wisdom save. It lasts up to a minute as long as I'm concentrating.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, that's pretty awesome because that means that they can't take actions or reactions. That's a pretty epic spell. All right. That brings us to the golems.
I'm going to move closer to the other one.
Okay. Yeah, that one drops to the ground laughing with one arm. It's just kind of rolling around on the ground, not really caring too much about what's going on. This other one by Nori is looking like it's going to make an attack. And that's when you hear this voice call out, "You should have shown an old woman a bit of hospitality in the night. This would have perhaps caused a bit of sympathy for your troubles." And you look over to the west at the voice, Xanthi, and you can see just this glimmer of green energy about 40 to 60 feet, we'll say, to the west. It just shimmers for a moment. And then you hear this and this clawing, and you can see these skeletal hands reach up from the dirt and start to pull themselves out of the ground as 5 skeletons emerge around this area where there's some fresh dirt. She has raised some dead.
Sorry, I told you you're supposed to be nice to creepy old women in the woods.
They are going to move forward. The golem strikes out at Nori.
If they start their turn, they have to do the wisdom saving
Okay.
throw.
All right. So we'll start with them in order. We'll start with the skeleton. So one of them is inside your circle of death. So we'll get a wisdom save from that one. That's not good. That's going to be a 3. So roll me some damage for that guy.
Okay. It's gonna be... Ugh, only 6 radiant
6 points of damage. Okay. Okay, it just, the tattered robes that it has on its body still light up and burn away. And you can just see that it is this animated skeleton. We'll do the incapacitated golem as well. That's going to be a 13.
Yeah, the little fairies attack it.
So what was the full damage? It was
6.
6, so it's going to take 3 damage.
No, it should be different damage every creature, right? Or no?
Sure, go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Usually I don't do that, but yeah, go for it.
Well, I mean,
It just kind of, I kind of like taking it. Well, not really. I think it's, we can do it this time, but it does speed things up if we just do it once, but we'll do it this way on this turn.
14, so much better.
Okay, so it takes 7. Well, that's definitely better. So it takes 7. I'm going to have you roll once for these other 4 because they're all coming in instead of rolling every time. So this guy's going to come in. This guy's coming in. That one's coming in. They're all coming in. So we'll go with number 2, since I already did number 1. Wisdom save is an 7. That's a fail. Number 3, 2. That's a fail. Number 4 is a success. And number 5 is a success. So go ahead and give me one roll for these 4.
Okay.
4 and 5.
Terrible.
6. Okay, so.
Betrayed. Dice have betrayed me.
Yep. Okay. And the other golem is outside of the edge of it, so we're going to say he doesn't need to make it. But all of these skeletons are going to race in and attack. There's going to be number 1 is going to attack Alrin with a short sword attack. That is a 19 to hit. Do you have your special AC up?
No, not this round.
Okay. That's going to be 6 points of damage, slashing damage. Excuse me, piercing. Number 2 is going to be on Xanthi. That is going to be a 15 to hit Xanthi.
Does not hit.
Okay, you want to use shield or anything as a reaction?
I think I have to be hit. I'm not sure.
Oh.
But it doesn't hit me.
That didn't hit you. Sorry, I thought you said it hit. All right, number 2. That's a 19 on the die, so that's going to be a 23. That one will hit.
Yep, that'll hit. Oh, I gotta roll to maintain concentration.
All right, so it's 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
So roll a 10 or better on a con save, and you should be good.
Yep, I rolled a 17. So.
Okay, so you're good.
My friends remain.
And then the other 2 on Alrin, that one's gonna miss. And that's a nat 1. That one misses as it just kind of like stumbles over itself and kind of like falls onto its knee and then kind of stands back up and totally whiffs and misses you. The golem is going to take a pair of attacks at Nori. Let me just see what Nori's got here.
Was he prone or incapacitated? Oh, Nori, never mind.
Yeah, the other one is incapacitated.
Yeah, the other, I got confused there for a second.
Nori. All right, so he's going to take a slam attack. That is going to miss on a 4. And that one's going to hit with an 18 plus stuff. Nori's armor class is 18. So the second attack is going to be on Nori. Where's my die? There it is. Oh, that's not very good. So that's only 10 points of damage on Nori. All right, that is their turn. Desmond. Suddenly these skeletons have emerged from the ground and just surrounded your friends. What are you going to do?
Yeah, Des seeing Xanthi now kind of surrounded by skeletons, he's going to just kind of run forward. 1, 2, 3, and jump in here. And just reflexively, he's going to reach to his belt, grab dagger and attack this golem who is still prone, correct?
Yeah, it'll be an attack with advantage.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attack him and with a green flame blade attack.
Okay.
Oh god, yeah, definitely hits. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Sorry, 22.
Yep.
And then that is
What's up, GDTRFB? Good to see ya.
sorry.
Roll some big damage on this guy.
Yeah, sorry, I got to figure out the spell damage real quick. What was it?
Math.
Oh god, so many dice. All right.
So many dice.
You can use Roll20 and it'll roll it for you.
Though sometimes it's a jerk.
Yeah, I mean, that's just dice. Dice can be dicks.
Plus 23.
Yeah, you just hack into this thing and you sever its head right off. Just put it down. The head
Okay.
goes rolling.
There's this burst of green flame, and let's see, it should attack the one to the north too of me.
Yep, the skeleton here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot how much that is for though. $1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Okay,
So that's
that's pretty nice.
yeah. So that's 7 fire damage to that one.
Ooh, nice. Okay, yeah, it doesn't go down, but it lights on fire and gives off some illumination. As you can see around you in this clearing, there are tracks all over the ground now.
Bonus action. Can I drink a potion? Can I drink a health potion real quick?
Yeah, you can do that as a bonus action.
All right, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that.
All right. You down a health potion, and that brings us to Xanthi.
Do you look better now, or are you still all janked up?
I think it would probably help.
Okay, yeah, she will reach over. Thanks for coming back for me. And she will cast healing. What should be cure wounds on you.
Okay.
Please take 10 points of healing.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yes, that definitely helps.
Nicely done. All right, Xanthi, that's your action. Do you want to use a bonus action or movement or anything of that nature?
Actually, can I bonus action that into a twin spell? Or do I have to do it before?
I think you would need to do it before, but just
Okay.
you can do it this time. That's fine. But in the
Okay.
next time you do it, just plan it out in sequence.
All right. All right. So I would like to twin spell, and do you want me to roll for healing again, or keep the same healing roll?
I would just keep the same one.
Okay. Then
Just to
I will
speed
twin
things up.
spell it to take one for myself as well.
Got it.
I'm right here, and I can't touch anybody else. That's it.
Okay. That brings us to Nori, who is she's going to continue to hack away at this golem with a couple of swings. Actually, I think what she'll do first is she's going to use a bonus action to hex. She's going to cast a spell. Does she have any spells left? She should. Yes, she's going to cast hex. Place that creature with your deal extra d6 damage. Yep. Okay, so that creature is hexed.
Fight music just slaps.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Oops, I put it on her. There we go.
I forgot to have the music on. What am I doing?
All right, so this guy's hexed. She's going to take a couple of swings now that she's got him right where she wants him. Her sword. First attack is a natural 20. And the second attack
Good
is
job,
a
Shelly.
natural 18. So she's going to do boop, boop, and then a d10. Roll. So that's 12 plus one more. Come here. 12 plus 7. So she does 19 points of damage to this thing. Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice shot. And the d6. She has a d6 because it's hexed. Gotta make sure Shelly gets all of her actions in here. So 2 more. Okay. Boom, boom. She hits it, just rippling this energy from her packed weapon across this thing's chest. And this necrotic energy with each hit just sort of ripples across this creature's body. That brings us to the top of the order, Alrin. These skeletons have moved into position around you and your friends. What are you doing?
Not liking it. I think Little P comes out, but that's a free action.
Yep.
As I'm surrounded in the dark by skeletons and an evil golem, I'm not happy. I'm swinging at the golem. We'll start with that, with my action.
Peeing is a free action. That's what we learned tonight.
A little bit of tinkle.
Yes, this die is my favorite ever.
Did it roll another 20?
I did. I did.
That's all you roll, apparently.
That's it.
All right.
For tonight.
Okay. All right. It's a good thing I made this special button for the natural 20s. Wow. Give me some damage, pal. Which one are you attacking? You've got plenty of options here. Which one did you say you were attacking? All right.
The golem.
Yep. Understood.
26 damage.
26 damage. Oof. Okay. Yeah, that's a big hit. Between you and Nori hacking at it, you can see it's just covered in this black energy that's almost like a shroud over its already sort of decayed flaps of skin. Anything else you want to do?
I have a healing potion, right? I believe I have a healing potion. Can I bonus action drink that?
Yep. You can drink a potion as a bonus action, but to give it to somebody else to drink, it's an action. Like if you administer it to a companion.
I like it. What's that? A D8 plus 3, 2, 1?
D4 plus 4.
D4 plus
D4 plus. Wait a minute. I always forget this. I think it's a D4 plus 2D4 plus 2.
Okay.
Yep. 2D4 plus 2.
Well, that's 5 hit points back.
Okay. That's great. You should be proud of that. That's a respectable amount. That's great. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Less
It's
than
half.
half.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so you use your bonus action to drink some drinks. It is their turn. I'm going to roll some wisdom saving throws for these skeletons because they're inside of the circle of death.
The slurry of death.
Yeah, get in, my little fairy friends.
Let's see. They have no bonus. So number 1 is a save. Number 2 is a natural 20 for a save. Number 3 is a 16 save.
It meets, it beats.
Yep.
So,
Number
16 is
4.
my DC.
4 is a 10, fails. And 5 is saves. So all of them save except for 4. Give me 1 damage roll for all of them, please.
Okay. Ooh, 12.
Whoa, okay.
Better than most of my rolls last time.
So 12.
Nice.
That's really good.
All right, so they take half damage.
Yep, except for that number 4. They're not looking good as you hack them apart. In fact, number 4 falls to the ground in a heap.
tiny golden six-winged fairies just rip them apart with like sharp little talons and teeth.
It's a beautiful thing. This guy is going to move here, and they are going to, number one is going to attack Xanthi. That is a 18 to hit you with the short sword.
She is going to shield.
Okay. So
and like a force field of energy just kind of like pings as they hit the force field and not her.
Nice. All right, number two is going to attempt to attack you as well. Oops. That's going to miss. Number 5 is going to attack Desmond. I think that's going to hit. That's a dirty 20, Desmond.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep, short sword attack. Oh, that's going to be 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then there's one on Alrin. Yep, that's cocked. That's going to be a 19, Alrin.
Yep.
Ooh, that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage as it thrusts its sword right into your abdomen.
Ow.
And Xanthi, as you are feeling pretty good about these little fairies that are flying all around the area, you look back towards the source of that green light, and you see an individual bathed in light off to the west. And they are, you can tell as they're making these movements, these kind of arcane gestures, that they're getting ready to cast a spell. And they are going to cast.
Incoming!
Yeah, exactly. This sphere of energy, it's almost as though like a bass drop. There's sphere of energy that's centered on you, Xanthi, erupts. And it reaches out to encompass all of you, including her minions, as she casts Circle of Death.
Ugh.
I need Constitution saving throws from all of you, please. Oof, this is
Can we do it
nasty
with
as hell.
advantage?
If you have an advantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had one from before.
All right.
I'm definitely. You said con save, Dave?
I did.
Right.
I gotta get more dice. All right. Here we go. Oof. So what did you get, Alrin? What was your roll?
9.
9 is a failure. You take 30 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, drop.
Xanthi?
Is a 15 a failure?
A 15 just succeeds. So you take 15 points of necrotic damage.
Hello.
And I need you to make a concentration saving throw, please. You still are rolling a 10 is the DC.
11.
Okay, so you maintain your and then Desmond, what did you roll?
A 20, dirty 20.
Yeah, you take 15 points of necrotic damage as well, as you guys are overcome by this dark energy that erupts right from Xanthi's location. And the woman just says, "It's best you turn away now. Run." I'm going to also say, let me just double check this. Each creature in the area. So I'm going to make a con save for the golem. Rolled a natural 20. So he's going to take 15. And I don't think that these skeletons are going to make it, but we'll see. No, none of this, even if they make it, they're done. So the skeletons are all blown to bits.
Magical fairies.
Well, that was from her attack.
They
yeah.
took it too.
Yeah,
Okay.
every creature within the area takes it. Oh, you know what? We need to get Nori. Let's get Nori. What did I say? What kind of save was it?
Con
You
save.
said
Con
it
save.
was 15.
Yeah,
DC 15 con.
con.
Yeah.
Thank you. Boop. She made it, so she takes 15 points of damage as well. Oof, she's not looking great either. Yeah, she has less than a third of her hit points right now. Okay. So you see this all happen. You feel this terrible sense of danger at this point. She calls out to you, threatening you, and you're overcome by this necrotic energy. Alrin drops to the ground at your feet, and it is Desmond's turn.
Wait, Alrin is down?
Alrin is down.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just took 30 points of necrotic damage on top of some punches, some golem punches.
I can get to him next turn.
Okay. Dez is going to use trying to do some quick math here. Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself steady aim. So Dez will kind of crouch down behind this golem's body and take aim at this person and fire off a crossbow shot with advantage.
It is going to be a straight shot because you're going to have some disadvantage because of the light.
Okay.
Yep.
Isn't she glowing green though? Wouldn't that kind of be
Yeah,
like
but
an
it's not.
advantage?
No, not in this case. But so if you burn that advantage, it'll be a straight shot.
Well, it's well, then I'm not going to waste my bonus action to, well, otherwise I won't be able to. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. Shit. I'm pretty sure that misses. Yeah, 10 to hit. I imagine misses.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it didn't hit. You didn't see any sort of reaction from this shadowy figure out in the shadows at the very, that's probably, let me see, what's the distance on that? Yeah, she's past, if you guys have a light source nearby, she's kind of outside of that anyhow, but you don't really know. For all intents and purposes and mechanics, though, you did miss.
Okay.
Anything else?
With my movement, I'm going to kind of move just like straight over to kind of try to spread us out a little bit. So he's just gonna, but get closer to Alrin. So he's gonna move up here.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, moved this.
That's right. Okay, so you move up there. Xanthi, it's your turn. You gonna help your buddy that's down?
Oh yeah. Xanthi's gonna take a 5-foot step forward and twin spell heal at
Nice.
second level. And that will be 15 points of healing to both Nori and Alrin.
Nice. Okay, let me hit that on Nori. 15, you say?
Yes.
Okay. Alrin, you gasp for breath as your eyes open. You see Xanthi standing over the top of you.
Time to wake up. We're in trouble.
Ow!
Anything else, Xanthi? Or is that the end of your turn?
That's all I can do. The twin spell is the bonus action.
Okay, Nori's going to take some additional attacks against this golem. Ooh, a natural 1 is going to miss. Ooh, that's going to hit. That's a 22. She's going to get her hex damage. So that's 8 plus 5 is 13 points of damage. Oh, she
David.
hacks off one of the creature's arms.
I just realized I can't move.
Oh, that's right. After you take that shot. Yeah, that's
So I
right.
move back.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for catching that. She hacks at this thing and one of its arms falls to the ground. It looks like it's almost ready to die. And the woman just calls out, "Are you having fun with my toys? Play with them all you like. I have more."
Xanth's gonna yell out, "I don't like you very much!"
Alrin, top of the order. You are prone, but you can definitely get up. It'll take half your action to get on your feet. Or half your movement, excuse me.
All right, I'll do that. I'll get up. Not that that matters, because I'm going to do Cloud of Daggers at 3rd level on her.
Okay. Sweet. Tell me about it.
So that's going to be in a 5-foot space where she's at.
Yep.
All of these awesome looking silvery daggers where the handles actually come down to look like a note.
Okay.
Stylish. Are just whipping through the air in her square trying to slash her, and when it's her turn, she's gonna feel it. I
Yep.
hope.
She's going to take some slashing damage when she enters the area for the first time or starts her turn there. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so that's you used that before. That thing is centered on her. Yep. Okay, very cool. Do you want to move at all?
Yes. So I'll use the other half of my movement to just move over here,
Okay.
so I don't leave his threat area, but just to spread out a little bit.
Okay, he is watches you move and is going to take a swing at you. And actually, Xanthi, you moved, didn't you, a little bit? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
So
I
and that
moved
thing
5
follows you.
foot.
So now he is inside of that. So he's gonna have to make a wisdom save. Natural 1 fails. Give me your death fairy damage, please.
Oh yeah. Here's my 3d8. 16
Oh wow.
radiant damage.
Uh,
They're
Describe to us how these little death fairies kill this thing.
they just swarm him with their, biting and clawing, peeling away like patches of his skin, until he collapses.
Yeah, they just pull all this flaps and pieces of them are dropping to the ground and then it just falls in a hump right next to Alrin and Nori. And go ahead and roll me some damage, Alrin, for your Cloud of Daggers, please.
Oh yeah. That sucked. I don't like D4s at all. 9 damage. 1,
No.
1, 2.
Can't all be 20s.
That's right.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's right. It can't all be 20s. Okay. She is going to get the hell out of those daggers. Step back here and say, "How rude of you to intrude upon my party. Is it that you want to die? Is that it?" She is going to cast another spell. Where is it? There it is. This massive, thick, sticky webbing apparates around, let's see, around Xanthi. Where's my measuring tape? Nori and Alrin. As you are covered in webs.
Ah. Sticky.
It is very sticky. It is trying to get the description here. Each creature that starts its turn in the web or enters them must make a dex saving throw On a failed save, you are restrained as long as it remains. So that is on your turn. So she casts that spell, and then she is going to disappear. And you don't see where she goes because it's too dark. But she does disappear from the battlefield. That brings us to Desmond. Desmond, you are not covered in webs, but your companions are.
And I don't see her at all. Right? Okay. All right, I'm going to go and try to free Xanthi. Can I try to pull Xanthi out of the webbing?
You, let's see. You can help her, yes. So she can make, if she fails her save on her turn and is restrained, she'll be able to try to get out with the strength check, and she would have advantage because you're basically going to use your action to help. You're going to use the help action. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
And then as my bonus action, I'm just going to be like sipping on another health potion.
Just some gin and juice in one hand and pulling on your friend with the other hand. Okay, sure. That makes sense.
On the way over there, I'm going to down it and then just start
pull the cork and drink it down. Okay. Xanthi, we're going to finish this round and then we're going to take a quick break. Xanthi, what would you like to do?
I would like to break free of the web.
First, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Dirty 20.
You are not restrained.
Yeah.
So you can get out of it. It is difficult terrain, so it'll take you. You're at the edge of it. So if you go south towards Desmond, it really won't impact your movement very much. If you want to get out of it, it's here. I'll draw it on here. It's like right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take Desmond's assist and get pulled out of the webs.
Okay. Nori is, so you can pull yourself down and move around to the south of that thing. Nori is going to go ahead and make her saving throw. She fails. She is incapacitated. She's stuck. God damn it! Fucking webs. I hate spiders.
Her tiny gnome legs.
Let's see. Must make a dex. So she is stuck. She's going to try to make a strength check. At the start of their turn, they make a dex save, and then she can, yeah, okay. So she's going to make a strength check to try to get out of it. Just straight up strength. Nope. She is definitely stuck. In fact, she's more stuck now. She's trying to pull the webs, and she's getting more raveled up in it. And with that, actually, Alren, why don't you give me your dex save? Let's see if you're stuck.
Here we go. 19.
19. You are not restrained, and you can, on your turn, you'll be able to get out of there. In fact, we're going to take our break right now, and when we come back, we'll be out of initiative order. You guys are up against some pretty nasty shit here in this area, and we'll see what happens when we come back from a break. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us, spending some time, getting goofy with us. We appreciate you all. We had a hype train. We had some great raids, and we appreciate you all for hanging out with us. If you like what you see, you like our games, please consider following us. It would help to support what we do and give us a little goose of adrenaline in the process. So we appreciate you. We will be back shortly. Hang tight. We appreciate it. We'll see you in a minute. we're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Spear Adventurers Guild. We are, we've got glasses, we've got Riz, we're ready to rock and roll. We're in the middle of a battle, or maybe we're in the middle of a battle. I don't know where we are, but you guys are currently finding yourselves in this strange situation where your friend Nori is stuck in the webs, having broken free just slightly, still covered as they're pulling themselves out. There's this bundle, the sack that maybe you guys have forgotten about, that is laying underneath some of the webbing. And it is trying to move, and you can hear this muffled voice.
Yeah, Dez is trying to free the person.
I'll assist. I'm right there.
All right, so you're gonna have to move through this webbing, because it is covered in web. So you're gonna have to do something to get through the web. How are you gonna do that, Desmond?
Is it real far in there?
Yeah, like right in the middle.
Oh boy.
I thought that this guy to the lower left was the one who had the sack.
Yeah, but he threw it right in the middle of the square.
How are we gonna get him out of there?
I don't. She like looks at the little spirit guardian guys. She's like, "Can you help me?"
They just kind of look back in,
like,
they're scratching their heads.
Immobilized, just floating around.
How long does that spell last?
10 minutes. Yep, 10 minutes.
That's beautiful. All right.
I'll go in. I'll just
Here, Dez will hand you some, like one end of a grappling hook that he has.
Someone's got a torch, yeah? You guys have, who's got the torch?
Fancy does.
It's in the web. The bag is in the webs. We're not lighting the webs on fire. That'll light the bag on fire. No.
It's not a good idea. You hear muffled from the from the sack. All right.
I will go in with the grappling hook.
All right. Give me a strength check. And give me it with advantage since you're being helped by Desmond.
Just hook the bag and we can pull him out, maybe.
Yeah, the idea is that we can like help pull it out
21.
once we get him.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. You're able to get the grappling hook in there. You can pierce it through this like burlap sack and pull it out of the webbing. Between the four of you, you're able to free this individual. It takes you 4 minutes to like get this guy free of this webbing. There's a sack that's struggling as you start to untie it and open it up, and it's the first mate. Holy shit! What was that? This is like the first time you've heard him even speak. That thing was gonna eat me, I swear to God.
Yeah, it was a really big creature.
Where's the captain? Where's the captain?
Oh, we haven't seen him.
Oh, no, we only found you. Did the old lady take him?
Old lady? No, these were giant.
Together?
They were those things. And he points over at these big monstrous amalgamations of flesh. You killed them.
Yeah, we're good at that.
We don't see the captain around here anywhere, right?
He's not with you?
That way.
Wait, he's not with you? The cat.
No, you better come with us. Let's see if we can find him.
The hag creature said she had more creatures. I'm guessing more of them were dragging him off.
We've got to save him if he's in. Where do we go? And he's like, look, he's trying to. I have no weapons, but I can fight. I'm ready to fight. He kind of just puts his fists up.
Well, I mean, I think you should follow us, but like, don't actually fight. Like, maybe hide in the bushes and watch us, because, like, you seem kind of squishy.
Des will pull out one of his
little
short swords.
redhead who's like skinny, like it's telling him he's squishy.
Des will pull out one of his short swords and give it to him.
Okay.
Just keep this, but don't run after anything. Just stay by us.
Okay. Of course.
Hey, what's the captain's name?
Captain.
Oh,
That's what I thought. I
that's
don't
cool.
think we ever
That's
got
what we
a
were
name.
yelling.
You
Yeah.
know,
We never got a
sometimes
name.
parents name a kid like an occupation,
Yeah.
like a, I want
It
you
was
to be
like
a
it was meant to
captain.
be. Like he was going to grow up to be a riverboat captain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My name's First Mate, so I mean, it just kind of goes to show.
Oh. How interesting.
We'll call you Firsty for short.
Cool. I have a nickname.
All right, let's
Captain
go after her
Firsty.
before my little friends get tired.
Oh, hello, little
All right.
friends.
They're just floating like as if there's no gravity.
So we're going in there after it? After
We
that
got to.
thing? Is that another hag? She
Some
kinda looked
kind of
different.
a terrible magic user, and Xanthi's already walking towards the darkness where she
As you
disappeared to.
say, was that a hag? You hear the voice of Dusk coming out of as she emerges from the trees. You think it's a hag, do you? More of these maybe too. And she throws down into the center of where you're all standing, another head of one of these golems.
There
Found
you
this
are.
one creeping in the forest. Looks like you've done a bit of good work here too.
Yeah, watch out, that old lady is like a really powerful magic user. She
I
used
knew
some
there
kind
was-
of death ray on us.
I knew there was nothing good about her. Well, where is she now?
She went that way.
Backed off into that cave up there.
Well, we've got the First Mate. Why don't we go back?
We think they might have the captain too.
First Mate,
Probably going to like rip him up and turn him into one of these flesh golems.
you know how to pilot the boat, don't you, son? Well, yeah, but I'm First Mate. That's the captain.
Is the first mate bleeding?
He looks like he has been hit with something hard. He's got a massive bruise across his face.
But not the kind of blood that was on the tree that we went by?
If you look him over and kind of turn him around a little bit to kind of give him a once over, he doesn't have any lacerations.
So I think the captain took a lot more damage.
It's possible that he's already dead. We don't know what we're facing. I'll go with you if you intend to chase this creature down, but it'd be safer to turn back. This boy can pilot the ship where we need to go. Isn't that right, boy? I mean, yes, but we can't just leave him behind. He's probably already dead.
Well, if
Well,
we
unless
leave
we
him,
can
he
leave.
certainly would be.
Unless we can leave now, if we have to still spend the night in the woods, then
Yeah.
the hag's a problem.
She's just gonna return with maybe try to surprise us or something.
I'm hitting myself with 2 healing words since I'm still down quite a bit of hit points.
Yeah, Dez is a little beat up. Are we hanging
Xanthi
out
looks
here?
great.
uh,
I'll follow your lead, but I think it's a bad idea.
Well, it's definitely a bad idea, but
There we
we
go.
have to stay here in the woods.
I
We're
can
in
get
danger
I
either
can get
way.
us back to the campsite.
I think we should quickly, like before my little friends are gone, we should head off and see if we can find the hag.
All right, lead the way then.
Okay,
do
I'm
it.
really good at this.
So who's got light sources now? Xanthi, you pick up the torch or you've had it in your hand the whole time?
Yeah, I only need one hand for
Desmond, do you
spellcasting.
grab your lantern? Is that still lit?
yeah, Dez is gonna like collect the lantern and probably have to relight it and whatnot. And
Yep.
kinda
So you
get
take a bit of time to do that. The ranger Dusk has a torch lit as well. So you've got some light sources. You start heading in a westerly direction, and you get to about the location where you had seen just this faint green shimmer of light kind of glowing from this figure, where the voice was coming from. You continue searching around. Give me investigation checks, please.
$19.
Pretty good. Let's see. 22.
Okay.
40.
All right. So you see her tracks plainly, and you see that they head towards a rock face. There's this rise. Now, you remember, Walren, when you were up in the trees earlier this evening, you had seen that there was, as the sun was setting, there was this little hill with exposed rock face. You think this is what that is. And you can see the exposed bedrock, and there's some trees and vines that are hanging down it. I mean, you can see, based on the illumination from the torches and the lanterns, that there is an entrance to a cave that's fairly well concealed. There's these twisted vines that are kind of hanging and perched on the sides of the rock, growing into it in areas, and they kind of twist around, but they're, in some areas, they're kind of like dangling down, almost like sort of like twisted, gnarly hair that just sort of like dangles in front of this cave entrance, this dark cave entrance. It's dark inside, and it smells of death.
Oh, it really fucking stinks in there.
Yeah, it never smells really great. You know, like people's layers or creatures' layers. Like, you'd think that they would, you know, like use some potpourri or something.
They must be like nose blind to it. Isn't that what they call it when you wear too much?
You get
much of
used to it, I think, after a
perfumes and
while.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well,
don't
we
smell
should
it
go
anyway.
inside. But you firsty, you should stay maybe outside and maybe hide and like wait for us to come back out. And if we don't come out before the sun comes up, like if the sun is out, then you should try to make it back to the boat and then take the boat back to Nome.
Okay. I won't leave without you. I mean, unless you're gone for a long time, like you said, and then I'm definitely leaving without you.
Yeah.
And Dusk looks at him and says, head directly to the east, and you'll find the river. You'll be lucky to make it if you do. I'm just being honest.
We'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
I'm sure that this will just take a moment. So just, you know, like, have a little short rest out here, and we'll come and get you.
Oh.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. Perception or a persuasion or a deception check, Xanthi, depending on how she is feeling right now about what's going on.
Deception.
Okay.
Because even she knows she's being optimistic. 26.
He's like, all right, I believe in you. And he goes over and he finds like a rock, and he kind of hunkers down and just sort of like. Okay. Well, we're going in then. Is that it?
Yes, we are. We have to at least know if the captain is dead.
Well, lead the way then. Lead the way. What's the marching order here?
Maybe Nori first.
Yeah, Nori's like,
because
I'll go first.
she's
Des will go
got
behind
the
Nori.
nature and other
Survival.
proficiencies.
There could be traps in here.
Likely.
Des.
All right.
So
Look for
Nori and
traps.
Desmond at the front. You can go 2 by 2. It's not like a super narrow cave. So Nori and Desmond, and then Xanthi and Alrin and Dusk will take the back with another torch.
magic user sandwich.
Yep. All right. So you start to creep your way in, Nori and Desmond keeping eyes out for traps as Desmond holds the lantern up to illuminate the path before you. You can see the cavern in the dim light. It has this sort of rot-like dampness. There's water that seems to be dripping from some unknown source on the walls and sort of running down the walls. And you can see that there are bats. As you shine the lantern, Desmond, and look at the walls, you can see that there are bats hanging from the ceiling. And as you hit them with the light, they drop from the ceiling and flutter and fly deeper into the cavern. The air is here, other than the momentary brush of that wind from their wings. The air is cold and still. You continue on, looking for traps. Give me a D20 check. A perception check, please. And do it with advantage because Nori is helping kind of keep an eye out as Alrin had warned of potential traps.
Perception?
Yes.
Pretty good. 24.
Okay. You don't get the sense that there are any traps that you encounter along the way. You can see plainly that there's a lot of traffic that has gone through here. A lot of footsteps, a lot of tracks, a lot of disruption of rock piles, and it looks like perhaps this was an old mine shaft at some point. There's parts of the ceiling that have caved in. There's large fissures and cracks above your head that you can't quite fit in, but you could reach your arm into if you wanted to for some weird reason. I don't know why you would, but that's the size of the fissures and cracks that are above your head. You get a sort of this creepy sensation that this place is not very stable. Like perhaps it's a load-bearing lair.
Load-bearing layer.
And you know I do that all the time. You guys continue on, or are you going to turn around?
I've never met a load-bearing layer that I've been scared of, so.
Oh, that's not true.
That's not true at all.
I like your false
They're all terrifying.
bravery. Yeah. All right, you continue on. I'm assuming the rest of you follow. You get farther down, and now you can see that there's a glow ahead, a green glow, pale. You continue forward, and you get to the edge of the glow where you're almost illuminated in it, and you can see that about 10 feet beyond where you're standing, as you stop, the cavern opens up, and you can hear a humming inside. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, this and that, and this and that. This and that. That over. Oh, yes. Some of this. Some of that. Oh, a pinch of this. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
How should we do this? All right. We're just gonna pop it off. All right. Des is going to find a spot, and he's going to take aim.
Oh, you don't see anything at all from where you are. No.
Oh. We're gonna have to get closer.
Yeah. Quick.
Everybody give me a stealth check.
Oh, God.
31. Natural 20.
Whoa, nice. Very nice. A lot of natural 20s tonight. Dice are hot. What about Xanthi?
Natural 1.
Oh, ouch. And what about Alrin?
8.
An
Surely
8.
the 31 offsets those. Well, what about Nori?
We can do one for Nori. Stealth check. An 8 for Nori. All right.
Ay, ay, ay.
So what are you about to do, Desmond?
Well, the idea is that he was going to sneak up close enough, and then once he has a clear shot
Yeah.
at this creature,
Yeah.
that they're going to just pop it off. And he's going to shoot her.
Okay, so you're feeling very confident about yourself right now with a lot of fancy footwork. Your footfalls are absolutely silent. It's like you become one with the shadows as you move from side to side. And then you hear from behind you Xanthi as she trips and twists her ankle on a rock. And as she says that, you stop dead in your tracks as you're just coming to the threshold of this cavern, and you hear Ulrin like turn and go, "What?" and like bump into Dusk. And that is when another one of these monstrous golems steps right in front of you. Its belly, its arms, its torso, basically a cork in this cavern that you're walking through, and it leans down and it just says, "Mother, we have guests." And you hear this voice from inside go, "Oh, Simon, they're just here for their friend. Don't be so rude. Let them pass. Let them pass, Simon." Okay. And this golem just kind of like steps back into this chamber. You look inside now as it reveals this macabre workshop. There are these crude wooden tables, and scattered about this uneven floor. There are small cages. There are bottles and alchemical devices set up on one of the tables. And you can see clearly that there is a man who is sitting in a chair at the far end of this cavern. Welcome. I see you've decided to actually pay a proper visit then. Is that right? Well, come in. Come in. You've had some fun with my toys already. Quite rude of you not to extend a bit of hospitality to an old woman who came to visit you in the night. Desmond, you kind of look over and you see not an old woman, even though the last bit of her voice would sort of belie that she was some sort of a hag or old crusty. She is this beautiful raven-haired woman. She has these strange runes across her face that glow with this kind of blue light. She has these beautiful like red and black robes on. And you look down at her hands and they're just crackling with energy. Well then, sneaky one, what is it that you seek? Why have you paid an unwanted visit upon me?
Is that our friend over there in the chair?
This one
Can
here.
I tell if it's the captain?
Oh, it is. It's definitely the captain. I do believe it is.
Give us our friend and we'll leave you. We'll leave you alone.
Do I hear that from behind?
Oh, you hear all this conversation taking place.
I yell, "Please!"
But at least one of you has manners amongst the lot. Do you wish to leave with them? Is that the case then? You don't want to stay with me? Well, I think I'd like to leave. I don't want to stay here. No offense or nothing. Yeah.
We weren't planning to stay here. We're just traveling through.
Traveling through. Your friend here never had a chance to tell me what it is you're doing. You're not looking for... Well, you're not looking for fugitives, are you?
We're looking for wine and food.
Well, I can't share any...
Our shipments of wine and food have been, stopped from coming down to Nulb. And so, Nulb is going dry. Terrible.
Nulb is a lost cause now that the crown has cast its gaze upon it. That's why we're heading west, isn't that right, Simon? Yes. Mother. I do have some drinks if you care to imbibe. It's not wine, but it will make you feel, well, Strange. And Nori's like, I'm thirsty.
Nari, we're not staying.
Thank you for the offer.
The offer, and not to mention the gratitude that one might bestow upon me for saving your friend from his state of, well, shall I say, disillusionment, and, well, he was lost in the woods.
Sure he wasn't grabbed by one of your fellas here.
With all the blood.
My
There
boys
was quite a lot of blood out there.
My boys would never hurt anything unless they were defending me, which they did sufficiently, I would say. I will have to build more, but, well, gives me something to do.
Could Des kind of take a close look at her and like some of the magic that she's kind of exuding and kind of just see if he's familiar with any of it, like if any of it's recognizable, like anything about her? What do you
Yes, you can. I'm trying to
like,
think
would he
of
know this
what's
is a
the
hag,
angle.
for example. Is this like does she remind him of Mona?
The word hag has been tossed around by your party members.
Mm-hmm. But she looks much different.
She does not look like old Mona, that's for sure. This woman, this is a beautiful raven-haired woman standing before you, certainly with more than capable magic powers.
You said she had like kind of like a tattoo all over her face?
She has these glowing runes across her face. They glow kind of this
like
blue and this green.
Arcana check.
Sure, yeah, you could do an Arcana check.
Anything?
Sure. It's going to be a pretty high DC.
Let's see. That's 12 on the die plus 7. 19.
Not sure, but they creep you out. They give you weird vibes. I mean, just you can't read them or you don't understand what they are necessarily, other than you know that they imbue some magical powers. And based on what you've seen, she raised dead. Mm-hmm. She's building and imbuing with some life essence these golems, these flesh golems. Where is she getting the flesh? Would be one question that you maybe don't want to ask.
Cave.
She hangs out in this kind of dank, mildewy, smells in here. But you don't really know what she's all about. You haven't really ascertained anything to that nature. It's bad vibes.
I'm gonna go in and play my lute a little bit. See if that changes her mood worse or better or neutral.
Okay, so you walk in and make your presence known, and you pull your lute off your back.
Yep.
Okay. Oh well, a bit of music. Let me pour some drinks then. She goes over and she uncorks this bottle with this green liquid in it. It's kind of glowing as it sloshes around. And she pours it into a glass and hands it to the captain. She pours another one and holds it out to Nori, who grabs it. She pours a couple more. She holds one out to each of you.
Dancy will take it, but she's not gonna start drinking it. So you're just living in this cave for now?
For the moment. Please, minstrel, play us something special. Something befitting Nylara Shadowbane.
Have you lived here long?
No, this is temporary housing. I'm in a transition state.
Where are you transitioning from?
Well, that's my little secret.
West, apparently, and I start to play.
All right, what are you playing? Like what kind of a vibe is it giving off?
Slightly haunted.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, something in a sharp key.
It's an old tune that you picked up long ago called The Blighted Forest from a minstrel at the Tabletop Audio Guild.
Mm.
And it's creepy as hell. And she has a big smile on her face.
Can I check her hands? I mean, as she was pouring in hand glasses, does she have the black hand tattoo?
Ooh, great question. Give me a quick perception check as she just kind of moves quickly and she's pouring these things, these drinks for you. That's a really good question.
16.
You do not see a black hand tattoo. You plainly see her full tops of her hands where you would expect. If you remember, the black hand tattoo is like right here, and she does not have it. But she does have, while she is very beautiful, she's got like this porcelain skin and this raven black hair. Her features are sort of angular and severe, but very put together. It even looks like she's prestidigitates like some makeup on her face or whatever. Like she looks well presented, but her hands are kind of gnarly, and her nails are like broken and dirty. Like there's dirt underneath the nails and in the cuticles and things of that nature. So she works with her hands, apparently.
Can I, based on that, can I like make an insight onto, is this her natural form, or is the one that we saw her natural form, or something else is her natural form?
An insight check?
Right, knowing as a changeling who can change appearances, can I get some kind of feel for, like, is she glamored right now? So, like, this is not how she looks? Or like...
I see. Sure. Yes, you can. An insight check would be just fine. While that's happening, Alrin, are you attempting to do anything of a magical nature with your music, or simply just playing a tune to try to diffuse the situation?
Trying to diffuse, just see what's going on, see the captain. I'll use a bonus action to have my Akai feather, have my hair blowing in the wind.
Thank you,
in
Raiders.
the cave while I'm playing.
Awesome. And just in time for the performance, we've got Raiders coming in from DN Denial,
Heyo.
which is really, that's a very cool handle. Very cool. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you guys. So you play this tune, this haunting tune, and she seems very pleased. And she passes around the drinks. She pours one for herself and she's drinking it as well. Xanthi, what did you roll for your insight check?
19.
You don't get the sense that she is necessarily hiding anything about her appearance, but you do get the sense that she's being very guarded with the information that she's sharing with you. For example, Desmond was asking where she was moving from, and she was not answering directly or full out avoiding certain kinds of questions, but she does seem talkative. Please sit while the minstrel plays this tune. I do love this. I feel like I've heard this one before. Dusk does not take one of the drinks, and Dusk is just standing over at the opening to the cave that leads back out, just kind of keeping an eye on things and looking around.
Yeah,
And the
one either.
The golem, okay, and the golem is also standing over to the side, just kind of like, just kind of looking like it was kind of excited to have somebody to play with. You guys. And now it's just kind of like sad. Bravo, minstrel, bravo! Very nice music. What did you learn to play?
As I've been on the road for years, I, pick up different songs
Hey.
and different tunes.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate you for the gift subs. So she seems very interested in learning more about where you came from. So she asks you more questions depending on what you want to share with her. And then she finishes her drink. So you're looking for what's been jamming up the supply line, is that correct?
Indeed.
Well, of course it's the Black Hand thugs. You know that already, I'm sure.
That's what we were expecting to find.
And let me guess, you're working for the Vanguard Alliance, Byrne, or some other agent of the Crown.
Well, we are free agents.
Yes, of course you are, but paid nonetheless, financed by them.
Well, we would be paid if we stopped the issue.
Well, then you have your work ahead of you, don't you? You should try to not lose your captain.
We should try better at that. You are correct.
Yes. He has been quite friendly, though, haven't you? Well, I mean, yes, I tried good manners and... He doesn't seem to be injured or hurt. He seems to be a little confused.
Where'd all the blood come from then?
Yeah.
Blood, you say? Well, I do believe that you, by the looks of it, spilt a bit of blood during playtime, which, if I said I was sorry about that, would be a lie, but it's unfortunate nonetheless.
Well, but there was a lot of blood before playtime.
Was there? Well, all sorts of things are out in the woods these days, killing and eating and skulking about. You can't be too careful anymore. There are a pack of dire wolves, for example, that live in the hills here. They don't pay me too much mind, but they do hunt the area.
We did find one of those, yes.
I'll tell you what, minstrel, play me another tune and perhaps I'll provide you with some interesting and helpful information. But make it good.
Okay, I will.
Give me a performance check, my friend. This is
That's
a
what I was
consequential...
expecting.
Yep, this is a consequential performance.
Would Nori whip out her bird pipes to assist and help?
Absolutely she would. Nori would definitely bust out the bird pipes on this one to accompany. So roll with advantage as the two of you launch into the key of G and bust out a tune. Thanks a lot, Doc. Appreciate you for the gift subs. Very, very generous, sir.
The dice have once again been on my side.
No, another one?
Yes.
For real?
Holy
Aw.
shit.
Yes.
You son of a
20 on one
gun.
and 16 on the other.
Wow. So is that a natural 20?
Yes, for a 26.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So you and Nori launch into this beautiful song. The bird, the birds seem to almost like fly in and out of the melody that you play. Oh, now you're harping it. Okay. And you're going to start harping on me about this. It's beautiful. You can see as she listens, she's kind of leaning in, and you can see there's a tear that just sort of like forms at the edge of her eyelid and sort of rolls down her cheek. It's almost like this is a song she heard a long time ago, and it's eliciting some sort of a very personal memory of hers. And as you flourish the end of the rendition and give your little bow or whatever you do, she just claps. She gives you a golf clap. It's wonderful. That took me back to my childhood for a moment there. That was quite magical indeed, minstrel. What is your name? That I might... Ulrin. And your surname, so that I might dispense your skills with the lute across the land as I travel.
Ulrin the Raven.
Bravo, Mr. LeRaven. Bravo. Well, as I promised, a beautiful song is rewarded with information. You seek the Black Hand thugs that have been disrupting the supply lines between Verberbonk and Nulb. Destitute town that it is. I typically wouldn't be willing to provide assistance to agents of the Crown, but in this case, my good Ulrin LeRaven, you are close to your quarry. The Black Hand, not more than 3 miles upriver from here, led by none other than Vendrin. A petty fuck, if you ask me, but he is quite skilled with magic. Let's just say we've crossed paths a few times, but I have no love for him. You'll find McKinty, perhaps, with them as well. From time to time, he's at their camp. Maybe you'll get lucky and get 2 for the price of 1. That's about all I can tell you. They've been raiding up and down the river here. I've seen them on occasion, and some of them have come to visit me, although they don't quite remember after it's said and done. It seems as though this place casts some sort of magical ensorcement, and people can't typically remember where it is, which is quite convenient for me. I will apologize in advance for the hangover that you'll have, but it will be difficult for you as well to remember this place. These are the little precautions that I take.
I may not remember the place, but I'll certainly remember you.
Oh, you are too kind, La Raven. It's a pity you can't stay longer. Play another song for me. Well then, I hope that you've enjoyed your playtime with my creations. They seem to be doing better and better. I feel like I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough with them. Yes. Isn't that right, Simon? Yes, Mother. Well, my good captain, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and our visit will be one that I remember for some time. Quite an interesting night. One piece of advice to you, she looks over at Dusk, lighten up a little bit. And provide assistance to old ladies when they're looking for a warm place in the dead of night. It's just the hospitable thing to do. Well then, it's time to leave. Thank you kindly. And she claps her hands together and grasps these 2 hands together, and the magic expands outward from it. Everything goes white, and it's almost like a flashbulb went off in front of your face. And as you blink to try to recapture your vision, you find yourselves back out in the forest. It's you, the captain, the first mate comes running up. Dusk is there, the whole gang. Well, that was fucking weird.
Sucked.
Went better than expected.
Yeah.
Just
Well-
like beats people up for fun.
It appears so.
Doesn't feel good letting her go, but I think it's better that everybody gets out of there alive.
She seems really tough.
Yeah.
We got everybody back. That's important. We should get out of here.
Right. Let's get back to the camp.
Get some sleep before tomorrow.
Yeah, sleep.
Good. But
I'll lead the way. Follow me, Dusk says as she grabs her lit torch and she turns and starts walking off into the woods. The 5 of you, 6 of you following now. Creeped out, somewhat injured, but having had an interesting experience and gathered some information that is going to prove to be potentially helpful as you continue your quest. Eventually you make it back to the campsite. The fire has long since burned out. You can tell that it is probably just a couple hours before dawn, as some of the birds are starting to already move around in the trees, and there's some of the earlier birds starting to sing even. But you are weary and in need of a long rest. Now, assuming that you decide to do that, we'll figure out if you do next week, but you'll have to make some decisions on whether you take a long rest or you head out to try to find this camp. I think he'll take a long rest personally, but we'll see how that goes, because it will eat into 2 things. It'll eat into 8 more hours, so part of the day. And it's also, if you guys recall, there was something brewing for Star Day, and there's 1 more day before Star Day. So we'll have to find out what that all means, and we'll do that next week. So thank you guys. Nice job. You didn't get killed. You got to have some fun with some of her creations. You kind of almost got killed.
Almost got killed. Yeah.
Chad, I had to knock you down. I just had to do it. It's like, for old time's sake.
Just the
I
way
got
they
you.
were. Gotta be
Hey,
done.
yep. Hey guys, thank you all for hanging out and watching us. We had some awesome raids tonight. We got some new friends. If you like what we're doing here, please consider following the channel. If you're a follower and you want to help support us, please consider subscribing. We just love having you guys all hanging out with us. It's always a blast to see our friends in the chat getting goofy and having a good time. We are going to give away some loot, guys, and this is a pretty substantial piece of loot. Check it out. This is called the Mega Map Bundle from our good friends at CZRPG Publishing. It is 130 different maps, but all told, there are 1,600 versions. So, I mean, there's a lot of maps here, everything from abandoned farms to coastal harbors to winter lighthouse. Of course, wasteland lava maps. You've got everything here. We're going to give it away. And that's because CZRPG continues to support us, and we really, really appreciate them. So !drawing to get in on that action. It looks like folks are getting in there. Good idea. This is going to be a nice piece of content to have for you if you're a Dungeon Master, or to give to your favorite Dungeon Master for a late holiday gift. Dungeon Masters like to get late holiday gifts sometimes. I'm not saying anything, because it's just a gift playing with you guys. I'm just saying, if you win, you can give it to somebody and they will love you for it. Thanks all for being here. We're going to go around the table and do some outros. Let's start with the Chad, Mr. Vamp Wickman.
Everybody, the Chad here, Vamp Wickman, here, online, wherever. It's been a blast playing here on Tuesdays in this group. The RP is fantastic. Players, thank you, Dave, for running it.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Love being here. Excited about GaryCon and Founders and Legends coming up in March. Happy to be there, happy to do that. Love the hat, good job. And I didn't fully die today, and I'm happy about that.
We'll get you next time, my friend. Well, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. Let's jump over to Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley. You may know me as Minnesota Muse. I'm Minnesota Muse on our Discord, Minnesota Muse on Blue Sky, and Minnesota Muse 99 on Threads. Yeah, I remember, like, next week though, I think we're doing something a little special.
Next week we are?
Is that our question and answer session?
Dude, I totally forgot about that in all of the hullabaloo. That's right. So next week is our week off of the storyline, but we are going to be, this is new, we're going to be doing a Q&A with Andy, myself, Ashley, and Shelly, and then Chad might join us if he can get there. But basically, if you guys have in the chat, if the chatters, our chat buddies have questions, you can come on over. You can ask the questions in the chat. We're going to also be soliciting some via social media this week and bring in some of our own questions to ask each other. So we hope that you'll join us for that. It could be a really fun time. We're going to test it out and see how it goes. And then we'll be back to the game on the following Tuesday. So thank you, Ashley, for reminding, because I totally forgot, of course.
It's all right.
That's why we keep Ashley around. And we also keep another guy around, Andy G3D. Where'd he come from?
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and on Twitter, although I don't go on Twitter hardly ever anymore. So come on over to our Discord, where you will find all of us hanging out, having a good old time. But yeah, you can find me here every Tuesday night, playing Dez, dodging curses, living curse adjacent, and just having a great time. But yeah, stay tuned. We got, fun, exciting things coming up.
Hell yeah, we do. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate you being here. You guys all know me. I'm Dave. I run this game and bring people together to play games. We got a lot of fun stuff going on. This week on Thursday, we are going to be hosting Erica Nerdy Yogi for a special Morkborg one-shot, the Chamber of Reflection, which is some content that they wrote with their team. And we're excited to showcase it on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central. So come on over and hang out with us. It's going to be myself, Andy G3D's in there, Battlescar Bunny is in there, Hoolie's playing. It's going to be a blast. We love Morkborg's, just such a hoot. So come on over and join us for that. We've got some other great stuff coming up, including a Heroes of Greyhawk side quest that'll be playing on the 11th, which is next Thursday, with Ashley's going to be in that one, Jose, Korg, and Armin. DM Armin's going to be in there. I can't wait to get this group together. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be in Verbo City, getting into some shenanigans over there. And of course, all those Greyhawk side quests happen at the same time as this campaign. So it's kind of fun. We'll delve into some stuff over there. But anyhow, lots going on, including this giveaway. So let's do it. Let's give this thing away. You have one more chance, folks, to get in on the action. ! Drawing, and you could be the lucky winner of all these freaking maps. Ashley, if you wouldn't mind giving us the ceremonial 5-second countdown that you know so well.
All right, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here it is. Phantom NJ has won the giveaway. Phantom, are you in the chat, my friend? If you're here, you have won a massive pile of map loot. Let us know if you're here. You do have to be here to win. So Phantom, give us a quick shout if you are.
Oh,
please.
yep, he's here.
There he is. All right, Phantom, congratulations. I'm going to connect with you and make sure you get that loot after the game here. We are going to, we're going to go ahead and raid into our friends over at Dork Tales. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your generosity, the cheers, the follows, the gift subs, the raids, just the great banter that you guys bring to the chat. It really is meaningful for us. We really look forward to this every week. And being able to share it online with you guys is really special. So thank you so much. Happy 2024. There's going to be a lot of great stuff happening here at the Guild this year. I hope you'll be around and join us for a lot of it. We'll see you guys next week for our special Heroes of Hopscotch? Heroes of Greyhawk. We're going to, our Heroes of Greyhawk Hopscotch tournament.
Rebranded.
No, I think we're doing Hopscotch next week. All right, we'll try. We'll see what happens. See you guys later. We're gonna raid these guys. Yeah, Happy New Year.